Okay, so our learning goal in this series of videos is to calculate the area of composite shapes. But before we do that, I just want to really quickly revisit calculating the area of some basic shapes to make sure we've got that foundation knowledge. So just to review the difference between perimeter and area, we're thinking of perimeter as the standard units used to measure around the outside of a shape. Okay, so if here I've got my shape, and this distance from here to here is 1 standard unit, then it's 2 standard units, 3 standard units, 4 standard units across the top. Okay, it might be 1 standard unit and 2 standard units along the side here. So it's, you could say its length is 4 standard units, its width is 2 standard units. Then therefore around the outside is going to be another 4 standard units plus 2 standard units, and the perimeter is the distance used to measure around the outside. So it's going to be that 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, which is going to be 12 units. Okay, the area is the standard square units, so the standard square units used to cover the shape. Okay, so if I kind of break this up into square units now, even though they're not perfect squares, you can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 square units that cover this particular shape. So the area is 4 units by 2 units, that's a 2, which is 8 square meters, square units. Okay, so that's the difference between perimeter and area. So there's a bit of an activity there, but we're not going to do that at this point in time. There's some reflections, and if you really want to do it, I can ask for some grid paper and go and upload this particular PowerPoint and do that. But we just want to review some basic shapes. So we've got our rectangle here, which is length times width. Also kind of really doubles up for our square, which is just, if it's got a side length, if the area is equal to the side squared. We've got our circle, which is pi r squared. Our triangle, which is a half times my base, times, I like to do ph. Okay, so often I'll write this as the perpendicular height, because when we do volume, we're going to have a height of our solid, and we don't want to get confused by the little h and the capital H. Area of a parallelogram is length times the perpendicular height again. And the only other one we're going to add in is the trapezium, or a trapezoid, that looks something like this. Okay. Now we've got 2 parallel side lengths here. We often call them A and B. And again, we've got some type of perpendicular height. So to work out the area of a trapezium, it's going to be A plus B. And we're going to find the average of those 2 values added together, and then we're going to times it by the perpendicular height. Much easier than cutting it into 2 rectangles and then working out the 2 triangles, and a rectangle, and working it out that way.